Yeah, my name is Devine. I'm an actress. I'm 24 years old, and I'm a release. So I've been an actress for 3 years now. I worked into like 10 to 15 projects for now. Yeah, and my journey has been went effortlessly. Well, I enjoyed my night of acting. I still enjoy it. I feel like I've improved myself more because of acting, and I'm still learning. When I got into the industry, it was not that big of a deal. It was simpler. You could join easily. It's hard for you to join. But where we're at now, it's so professional because people are learning, or people be training themselves. There are some workshops now, some talent shows, where you get to show your talent, and then you get picked by the producers. You get to be trained, and then become an actor. So I think we're in a better place now. English is not English, more than this. Yeah, I think we're in a better place. Wow! Where are these words going? Now that I haven't acted in an action movie, I feel like that's my next gig. I will hunt you guys until you make me one of you filmmakers who do action movies. I'm ready for you because I've been doing drama series. Yeah, I've been doing drama series so far, and I feel like I want to change to horror or maybe action.
Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of ABC Podcast. In this episode we have a very talented and special actress who could bring various characters into life. She's a very interesting person that we're going to know more about her and that we're going to know her in depth. Together, I would like to let her introduce herself. Devine.
Thank you. My names are Tessy. I'm an actress from Rwanda. I'm 24 years old. I'm Rwandese.
That is interesting. I'm Rwandese.
Yeah.
That tells a lot. That is amazing. Could you tell me more about this? I'm Rwandese. What does being Rwandan mean to you? Although it could sound like a very cliche question, but I'm actually very interested to know. I don't know, I feel like when you explain your identity on a very detailed way, it sort of resonates with you more in a way. So I just want to understand, what is your definition of being Rwandese? How does it feel like to you?
First of all, I'm a proud Rwandan. Very proud.
As you should.
That I could say very till the end of the page. Only very can be a description for me. Growing up in Rwanda was challenging. I've always wanted to know where this, our past. Sorry, I'm using some of Rwandan words.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Actually, I want to learn more. So please be generous. Yeah, I'm trying to learn. So then I'm trying to catch up more. Okay. So I would very much, if you could teach me.
Okay, we will get to that.
Yeah.
So, to be Rwandese, I told you I grew up interested in my culture. Culture. And I've always been interested in our dances. I don't even know how to dance, but I love traditional dance.
Girl.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've always been so interested in our culture, so that's why I love now that I'm grown, I understand everything and I love it. I
Yes.
can never forget to add that I'm Rwandese when I'm introducing myself. So
Listen up. Yes, yes, yes. And it's actually, you know, I feel like it's very contagious. The Rwandese. And it's I think it's very contagious, you know. For me, I remember the first time I've seen like a traditional dancing performance. Oh my god.
I don't even know how to do that.
Amazing.
Yes, I love it.
I've tried to practice at home.
Oh,
And I actually
you must be better than me.
Sorry?
You must be better than me.
I mean, I don't know because I still haven't practiced enough. But I went to a wedding and I was so excited and I was lucky enough that I have worn
that part. This is why I'm a
Oh my
bridesmaid.
god.
I'm a bridesmaid. Hire me, please.
Oh my god.
I will wear
Like,
that thing even though I can't dance. I don't feel like I know.
I know, so I was waiting. That was one of the cultural shocks for me because I was like, oh my god, you guys have those amazing dances. And I went to the wedding and I was like, where is the dance floor? Where's the dance floor? And then it was very quiet. So I'm not gonna get to practice.
You everything, yeah.
You know? But so I was like, so like this amazing dancing, you know?
But when you see it, it looks so simple to you that you can
No,
just
actually,
dance.
no,
When you start doing
actually,
this,
it's
wow.
hard. You know why? Because you have, first of all, you have the rhythm of your feet,
I know.
and it has to go with the music.
Yes, exactly.
First of all, and your whole body and your hands, all of it has to be like, yeah, in a way.
Smile.
I know. So it's very hard. So I was really excited to practice amongst you know the actual people, and I was really excited. Where's the dance floor? And I was waiting.
That's way more harder than this competition of beauty and stuff.
I know, right? It really feels so hard.
I know.
And I mean, I was so amazed.
I know.
And I was amazed by the emotion. And now, because I have a new take on this, because in Sudan, we also have like a top, which is very similar. It looks similar to Mojana. It's just one piece. We tie it around our waist as well, but it's just one piece, and then you take it and then you fold it and then you do like this. Sort of way, you know. So it looks very similar, and actually there are very similarities between our cultural dancing and our cultural music and yours. So I was like, oh god,
it's going to be.
It's not about it being easy as much as I was like, it's really interesting to see the variety of the African identity, you know, and it's very, very interesting. I really think that specifically us as Africans, when we say I am this nationality, this is an actual identity.
Exactly.
It's a culture, it's a history, it's a story.
You know who I am already.
Yeah,
telling you my identity.
Exactly, and how we came to where we are now. And we fought for our freedom, we fought to be here. So it's like how you see this thing as identity and how it varies from across, like, because in my journey to here, I've passed so many, Eritrea, then Ethiopia, then here. So it's like as you're moving in the map, you see that this identity is changing in a way.
Yeah.
But it's sort of also similar because, the people of Eritrea, they are so like us, specifically on the borders. Say, like Eritrea and Ethiopia, they are very much similar to us. And then as you go, you see those similarities change a little bit.
Just this.
Exactly. So it's very, very interesting. And another thing is that although I'm not Rwandan, but I have very much felt like one. Girl, could you believe? Very much. Could you even believe? I personally believe that home is something that I've always looked for. I feel like, what is home? What is the definition of home? Like my whole life. And I've always felt that home is, I know how it feels like, but I don't know where is it.
Do you know what? In our culture, I guess, I don't know, we grow up knowing these things as traditional. Like when you see someone you don't know, you haven't seen, you have to respect them. treat them as if you know them out of nowhere. You can you cannot do that with your siblings. Do you know that? When you see someone you don't know, you be kind. That's how we were.
Yeah.
We're raised to respect people,
Same
love
here.
them without knowing them.
Same here.
So that's why.
Exactly. So when I came here, I immediately felt like, that's the home I've always wanted to find.
This home feeling.
You know, very much. And it's like, it's also beyond that. Like, lots of Rwandan people tell me, you look very Rwandan.
Exactly. Bro,
thank you for the compliment. I'm taking that. So, besides that, also lots of people, when they come at me, they immediately, just straight up, go to speaking Kenya.
Wow.
I'm like,
wow.
Yes, give me a few more months and I will be able to respond, you know? So it's like, I love that, you know? And I feel like it's something that we as Africans have more than any other.
Exactly.
Because we have a very much shared history.
Exactly.
Very much shared history.
This is Africa.
Yeah, so it's like it was also very healing for me to come here.
Yeah.
You know?
You actually meet people and feel like you have something in common. And there is something in common.
A lot in common.
No, when you don't speak, okay, you know, you can talk to everybody.
Yes.
You can sit beside someone and then feel like,
yeah,
you can, you know, you feel
yeah. And when I first came here, I would literally feel like, oh my God, everyone looks so Sudanese. And it's like, you would really be like, oh, you would look at someone and then you would try to feel, are they Sudanese? And then you would expect they were just going to come like, Izig, and then you'd be like, no, Rwanda, okay. So it's like, you would really feel that you are amongst your people.
Exactly.
You know?
So the heart.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I very much love that. That's why I very much picked up on the fact that I said, her, let's take a moment, please. Could we appreciate this? So I took that because I feel like the Rwandan identity is very contagious.
Yeah.
Even if you're not Rwandan, you would want to be a part of that. You would want to try the dances, the culture, the food, the dress,
the country. We have a beautiful country.
Very
tourist.
Very. A period. And discretion. Yes. So I picked up on that because I think it's really very important when you identify yourself as. I remember also I had a performance 2 months ago, I think. Here. So instead of, I wanted to introduce myself in a different way instead of saying, oh hi, I'm Munia and I'm from Sudan and I do this and this and this and that and art and blah blah blah. I decided to introduce myself in a poem where I'm talking about my heritage and history from the Kushian and the Nubian kingdoms, which are one of the oldest civilizations in the world, and how those identities have built who I am now. Because I do believe that when I say I'm Sudanese, I'm saying that I'm so many things, you know. So I was like, instead of just saying Sudanese, let me say all of those things. So that's why I wanted to start the conversation with, what does it mean to you? You know, the culture, the beauty, and all of that. And I really loved your taking on this. So let's talk about your acting career. Tell us more about, how did you start? Who discovered you? How was it?
It wasn't that serious. Wow. It was this simple thing. A friend of mine, we were during the pandemic, I guess.
Oh, yeah. So that was pretty recently.
Wow. It's only been 3 years.
And look at you at
This
the top.
Yeah. Surprisingly, I didn't even know I can act. I didn't even know I can become an actress.
I never naturally.
Yeah. It came naturally, seriously. When I was a teenager, I've always wanted to become a model. Yeah, I've always wanted to do fashion.
I could see.
Yeah.
I
always dreamed to become Miss Rwanda. There are so many beautiful ladies in Rwanda. How can I become Miss Rwanda? There's no way. Yeah, we moved. So there was a time my friend told me to accompany her somewhere. We went, and guess what? They were shooting a movie.
Interesting.
I was like interested. I stayed, watched the whole thing, and when they did wrong, I was like, no, I think you can. They were like, no, you just come, do that. Come and do what you think you can do. That's how I got in.
Oh, wow.
Someone saw me on that set and it was like, it's crazy, you know. And then after like few weeks, someone called me to attend this casting. I went. Oh my god, I didn't sleep the night they called me. I was super scared. I didn't know what to do. I haven't been on cameras before. I was like, I'm not gonna do, you know.
Yeah.
You just wake up and be like, I want to become famous. Let me just do that. I went.
Yes. Yes.
I went and did my thing with God's help. I was praying the whole time. And then it hit me. I actually loved it so far. I didn't understand before, but as soon as I got there and I saw everybody acting, I was like, I cannot be the wrong actress. I'll have to be the right one. They will have to choose me.
This is the mentality. Yes, this mentality of success is that, fake it till you make it.
Exactly.
Fake it till you make
That's
it.
the exact words I've been looking.
Yes.
I was searching it and I couldn't find it.
Yeah, till you make it. And it's like, I genuinely believe that when you put yourself into something, you
can make it.
Yeah.
A friend of mine once told me that. And I'll still be having that thought in my mind whenever something difficulties comes to me. I'm like, you're gonna get hurt, it's gonna be hard, but you're a person and these are things that people think and do. You're a person, you can do it.
Yes, and you will be able to conquer that.
Exactly.
Yeah, and actually it's very interesting how usually it's those random coincidences that happen out of nowhere that change your life overnight.
Do you know where the idea came from? That idea. It was about gym, sports. I could always say that it hurts, man. I can't. You will have a knocking. Keep working.
Yeah.
That's where the courage came from.
Yes,
I'm like, nothing can hurt me and then kill me.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, how did that mentality of, because I do understand that acting and also dealing with fame is also something that could be very difficult. So for you so far, how do you think having that mentality has helped you conquer all of, the hardships that you have faced, to go through them?
Well, I would say that it wasn't that hard for me. Actually, the hard part was to convince my parents to move to, become one. That was the hard part. Because I knew that if they accepted, man,
it's over the swell.
I got it. I got it.
How did you convince them?
My sister did. That's my big sister.
Let's go with that.
She's always my biggest support. Like, she's like, girl, you want to do this? Go do it.
Big sister energy, always.
I know. She pushed me a lot. In this life, I would say common success comes from her. Help her, yes. Yeah. She was like, if you feel like you can do this, go and try. Don't just stop yourself because mom says no. Don't just quit anything because mom didn't like it. No. Go. That's mom. Her life is almost over. Yours is starting, so please. Those words. My sisters, my friends. Go make us work. Go do it.
Yeah. And how did your parents actually? Did they accept it?
You know our parents.
Yeah.
But parents, actually parents are the same. African parents are the same.
Yeah.
She would love this scene today, and then tomorrow if I act with a boy saying, baby, she will come to me, huh? What is that? You must be, man, you should quit these things. This is not, how are you going to get a husband if you I'm like, Mom.
That's it! As simple as that!
I'm like, he's going to find me. How? What do you mean I'm going to find my husband? He's going to find me. Actually on the TV, if you don't know. That's how I got to convince her. With actually praying. Because everything I do, I pray. I have to pray that my mom understands without judging the whole thing, filmmaking itself, without thinking that it's not proper, to do that it's cheap or it's, I don't know, they don't respect films in Ghana because it hasn't been this on this level of
it's just
trusting it. They're
it's
like,
also new.
if they don't understand that they're acting, oh, they're doing it. They don't understand.
Yeah.
How are you in bed and then you're not in bed?
Yeah.
They don't get it.
Yeah.
So I went easy on me. I had this thing that made everybody like. That's why I don't even believe in myself sometimes. I wake up feeling like a normal person. I'm not an actress. I'm a normal person. I will do me forever so that my parents will understand. That's what I did.
Yeah.
That's how I convinced them. I didn't change because of fame, because of my friends, I was still the same person that Mom could beat up. Out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Not because people knows me, nah. She will actually treat me as, I'll try it, not a famous girl, not Tessy that people knows. So that helps me convince her that this is a joke.
Yeah, it's not my life.
And this is not my life, yes.
Yeah.
And I actually tried finding other, side hustles for her to see that I'm actually hunting for my life. I'm not.
You're not just
I'm
trying to
not
take one
impressing
thing.
people. I'm not trying to show off or enjoy the famous life and stuff. So she was like, "Oh, since you know what you're doing, and you're not into these words, whatever delusional stuff," and she was like, "Okay, go ahead then."
That's great. And how can you... That's a very interesting question, by the way. I do acting as well, but I don't think it's more of a career. I'm more of a director than I am an actress. So I've always had this curiosity, specifically for those who, have had acting as a career for a long time. I remember I was watching Suits, and then I know, right? I'm starting to think about becoming a lawyer because of it. Oh my god! So I was watching it, and then I was thinking, how do the actors in it really separate between their characters and their real life? Don't they isn't there some sort of a thin line between the character that you are portraying and who you really are? So from your perspective and from your experience and journey, have you ever felt like one of your characters is sneaking into your real life? Wow. Tell us more about that.
I would say not one.
Wow.
In fact,
which character are we talking to now?
The one that is socialized with everybody.
Yeah,
Being a
the anchor
friendly
voice.
girl.
Yeah.
There was this movie that everybody knows. That I act like a boy and stuff. I don't know if it got me here. Trust me, it got me here.
How did it get to you?
When I was about to start acting in it, I was afraid. That was my first movie actually. But I acted it. I was a TV series on which I guess not TV. I was super afraid people have already started, and then you're entering in this group who are connected. Man, that's my good. Sorry.
It's fine. Wait, please, just say them. Be comfortable. And also share some information for your friend who wants to learn here.
I was super scared. I needed to socialize with them. I was like, how am I going to do this? I don't know these people. How am I going to be friends with them? How am I going to be comfortable? How am I going to act? It's my first time. I have to be comfortable. I have to do this well. I have to impress them. How am I going to do this? And then I decided to put my shyness away and then be the friendly girl, the social girl, the person who can talk to everybody, be cool to everybody. Yes, that's how the coolness came into my life. Now I'm cool. I'm cool.
Hello, cool. Nice to meet you. Okay.
It's fear that got into me, and then and there's this time that it gets to me. I'm away, or I'm with the people that I don't know. I decide to use one of my characters.
Wow, so you decide to use one of your characters?
I just enjoy playing without playing.
Yeah, it's like, I remember also someone once said that do actors really, like, do they act in real life as well?
We actually, it's not even acting, it's living magical life. You live a magical life. You be someone you don't know either. You're like, I'm that person, and people can believe that I'm that. I got this.
Yeah,
and we made it in life actually. Acting it's so fun. I love
it is. I mean, like, lots of times, I personally feel like I'm a movie and I can actually imagine this, you know, the sound effects
and you know how actors lie that they don't act in their real life. It only comes when I'm acting. In real life, I'm not like this. You be like that sometimes. Tell the truth. We act even in real life. They lie, man.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
it's
a perception.
We use it for fun.
Yeah, and it's like sometimes also for you to convince something out of someone in a way. So you have to just be that person.
Make sure that you get what you want. How do you do that? Act.
Yes, act like it, and you shall get it. You know. So was there any particular character that you feel have resonated with you and sort of slipped into your reality somehow? A specific character?
Yeah, that one for sure.
The one I am right now.
The one that I'm cool, man. The one that everybody can be like, that girl is cool. I think God blessed me with such a character to live with it forever, and I'm so grateful for that. I love how when people see me in real life, as in when a fan met me in real life, I can, when we dance, say hi and stuff, and I'm about to leave, I can hear people say, she's actually cool in real life. I'm like,
yes,
I'll keep doing this. Yeah,
it's like at this point, I'm actually this character.
Exactly.
That is me.
Oh, I'm in love with my fans. I'm like, I'll keep doing this person.
Yeah. Have you also felt that you have discovered parts of yourself with acting? As in, have you ever had parts of yourself whom you've always felt you haven't had access to, or you haven't been able to let them out, but through a role, for instance, or something like this, you felt, oh, this character is here in real life? Do you feel that happens?
Yeah, it does happen actually. Because honestly, I'm not a calm person. I'm not a calm person. Yeah.
Interesting.
Acting as a calm person gives me this calmness. I'm like, it's therapy. I enjoy doing that because it's something that I can't do in my real life. But when I'm about to act that character, I'm like, because I'm into acting. I can act anything. But you cannot tell me to do that in real life. I can't. If I'm going to act, I will live that character.
Yes.
So being calm for a moment gives me this peace, and I enjoy having that character. I couldn't see myself being calm.
But when
I'm acting calm, I'm like, I can even be calm. That's nice.
Do you feel that it has helped you in your life to act, beyond, for example, your career, to act in a certain way, and it helped you in your mental health, for instance?
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
It gives me this calmness that makes me think that I can, even it makes me go somewhere else.
Because I do believe that art is a huge and a big tool for us to cope in a healthier way. As in, for example, me, I think my biggest coping mechanism is writing. You know, whenever I'm feeling something, I write it down. Whether it was a song, a poem, a story, a film, a play, whatever. But I just put it into writing, or even it's just merely, journaling. So I think it's actually very interesting how you can see the differences of those coping mechanisms from one artist and one art form to the other. So what you said was really interesting upon how acting could actually help you cope, as in you could act that you are calm in a very not calm situation, and it could actually help you cope with it.
Exactly, that's what
That is very interesting.
Yeah.
I might as well start to act like a calm person.
People are like,
not.
when people say that we're me as an actor, I'm like, nobody can tell me that I'm better. Wow, who are you to tell me that? I'm not. I'm still learning.
That's amazing.
Because whenever I act something new, believe me, I'll keep that character for some good reasons. I know that I would need that.
I will need this car character.
Maybe one day I will need that. So I'm still learning. I've been learning. Acting is a school to me.
Of course, and I think
How to deal with myself, how to deal with people in general, how to,
put you in a simulations of different things that you don't necessarily have to do. Yeah. Have you I actually had a brain fog. It's okay. I was just trying to know more about acting for you in a way that could be self-explanatory. As in, I remember a few days ago we were watching How to Get Away with Murder, and then it's like we were thinking, oh my god, how could someone feel all of this at the same time? And then we were like, how could those actors simply portray something that they have never felt? So, do you feel that through acting, have you felt that you were able to live things that you have never felt before? And how do you help yourself to live it and feel it, although you've never gone through it? Yes, please. Yes, girl.
There was this theater that I did last year, actually, last year this time we were done with it. We did that in this summer last year. It was this theater based on our past genocide story, or this 58, 59, what? Have you had this 30 years past of us remembering?
Yeah.
That was relatable. It was related to that, to those people who. How do you say that, man? These people who receive
survivors.
Do
Okay.
you know Imotani?
No, but I'm
Who saved Rwanda from genocide?
Oh, okay.
Their name is Imotani. They have these people who help them, women who help them during the incident, the genocide. Those women were Abakada. That was their name. So we were doing this theater about this story. It was actually about genocide and how this Rwanda got independent and stuff. Yes. The story was actually the same as genocide. I wasn't alive. I was born after the genocide. So during the theater and practices and stuff, we could act. Those women were there and old. And during the genocide, we were their age. That's why we were there to act, not them acting. And you could live someone's life, and that person is there, sitting there, telling you that this is what happened. Do this. That's the same script. They actually wrote their script themselves. It was scary, man. You could act this life And then when you get to the part of crying, because you know our past, you know the whole story, you'll be doing it, you get to live in it, in that moment. Man, we cried, we couldn't stop. We were acting, and then when we got to the point where some of them died, the pressure came. I was like, man, these people is.
So powerful.
I'm actually. Hey, I couldn't get off that. We were stuck into that moment because people were crying all over. They could remember themselves in the genocide. And talking about this doesn't. Woo. It was kind of real, very real. It's okay. I wasn't born, but I can feel the pain. You can see someone seeing you doing what she did during the moment, and then she was like, they could be like, yeah, he's suffer, they were living in that moment, and then it got to us. We were like, man, it's real. This thing is real.
Yeah.
We couldn't believe because we were acting. We were in it.
In the moment.
In the moment. We couldn't get out. We had to go home first and take care of ourselves, come back tomorrow because of damages that happened. So sometimes you can't get over the game and be like, man, let me get some rest.
Yeah, that is true.
So it's so hard. Your question was, how do you get out of the character when you know that it's deep? When people can see that you're in the moment, and then when they say cut, you're okay. You're okay out of nowhere. All of a sudden, you feel okay. You've been crying the whole time. I guess it's hard when it gets to time of getting emotional.
Yeah, specifically if it's something that you have lots of emotional. It has lots of emotional baggage in your heart, in a way. As in something that you already feel lots of things towards. You know?
It's so hard to get out of that.
Yes.
And acting got me there. Thanks to acting, I had to feel that.
Yeah.
I believe that many of my age mates doesn't understand it as the way I understand or the way I feel it. Because I had to act it.
Yeah, and listen to the deep story of the first-hand people who have survived that.
And that was there with us, telling us that you're crying, but me, I cried during that moment, doing what you're doing right now.
Yeah, I can totally understand.
Something that is real. But when it comes to love, you know where you have to cry for love. Hey, when you say cat, I'm okay. There's no love.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
We're not crying for no man.
We're not crying, no.
No.
Feminism.
It's actually, I think it's also a power to give a voice to people who have had their voices stolen, or to give the voice to younger generations who haven't had the experience of living those things. And I think it's really, really important to document history through film, because usually history with time, it gets changed and whatever, but when you do document it, it's something that people can see and feel.
They would not forget
That's
that.
exactly. So it's actually a great thing, and I'm so proud of you for doing that. And I think it's actually really, really inspiring. And actually, by the way, this experience of not being able to get yourself out of it happened to lots of art actresses and actors before. Like, for example, Heath Ledger, who played the Joker, he eventually killed himself because he was playing the Joker. And the depression that the Joker had sort of got to him. Or maybe he already had tendencies of depression, and the character just made it even worse. And Anne Hathaway, in her role in another film, she was like, I had to go to a mental hospital to be able to get out of it. Specifically in those roles of, where you are supposed to act like you have some sort of mental issue.
When you do it
something
for
like
a long
that.
time, it gets into you.
Exactly. And specifically, those actors, they have spent, like, for example, a whole year just trying to be in that role. So after some time, you really need some help to get out of it, you know. And I've heard and I read some studies that talk about how really some different characters could really sneak into who you truly are, you know. So it's like, oh, interesting. So you should take care. But tell us more about your, let's say, emotional journey in terms of your acting career. How were your feelings about it when you started, when you were going, and where you are now?
When I started, my emotions could not come out because of the shyness I told you about. I don't know how to express myself when I'm shy. Even though I want to cry my eyes out, you'd see me like this. But little by little, I got to learn because I wanted to be this perfect actress who you can tell to cry right now and then cries. Who you could tell to get sad and then get sad. I worked that out for a long time, I guess, for a year and a half, I guess.
And how was it?
A year and a half without putting out my emotions. It was hard. I couldn't get the role of it because I couldn't do it. I could always act normal, silly things and stuff. And then I got to work on that. I went hard on myself, really hard. And some directors helped me because being directed by one person can never help you, I guess.
Definitely.
And when I switched to other directors, I could learn something from them. Pick this one, pick this one, put together, and then I managed to cry sometime. After a long time, I cried and I was like, wow, I can cry, I can feel sad, I can... And when that happened, oh my god, my coworkers were like, how? You're going to Hollywood, sir.
Amen! Amen!
I could cry. I don't know. If you tell me like cry, Tessy cry, I cried. I cried and I was like,
oh, cute! Very much.
I was so proud of myself and then I decided to work on other emotions. Like, he was talking about it before we started this video. He was like, even though you cannot cry, you can make this sad face that is about to cry. That is almost crying, that is very sad, about to burst into tears. And that was the best part of acting. I'm like, man, even if I die right now, I would say that I know how to act.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
I'll be
I'm
proud
so
of it.
proud of that.
I know, I'm like, man, imagine sitting up. You tell me, I can cry even right now. I'm like, imagine if someone tells me to cry with tears, I don't know where to be found. What a shame. That feels like attending an exam room without a pen.
Oh my god, that is true.
That's how
that is true.
And I had failing that much. That crying was my biggest fear.
Wow.
I was like, if I don't cry, I'm going to leave this acting shit. I'm not coming back.
And what did you do to help yourself get into that point?
Those words I keep telling myself, you can do this, you will not die, you can cry and still be okay, you can show it out and then still smile in your soul and heart. You can do anything by acting since that's you effortlessly doing. That's something I can do effortlessly, act. And my director was like, this time, it was mine actually. Still show.
Okay.
He was like, man, this time around, I need you to be vulnerable. I've never seen you vulnerable. In every show you did, you've never been vulnerable. I want you to be different this time. And then I went home, I told myself, I was in the world, I was like, here we go. This project, you have to prove that one. everything that you could do, even. It was my first director, the person who directed me first. And we met after a year and a half. And then they told me that I was like, I need to prove that where I was learning, where I was improved, I did an amazing job. So that I could be proud. I went home, I told my sister, they told me to be vulnerable. How are you going to do that? Because even though you're happy right now, I'll show you that I'm not happy. And then when I reach home, I broke down! I cried to my sisters. I don't cry to people They were like, you can't cry? You can't cry when you're with people. How are you going to do that? On the camera. I was like, I'll do it. But I hate it when people don't trust. I don't trust myself already. And you don't trust me at all.
That's in the class.
That's why I would ask someone this question, and then if you answer me that is not,
I'll prove you wrong.
No, I'll be like, wow, I wanted you to tell me this, and if you didn't, you confirmed what I'm feeling, which means that's true. I need to do something about it. So she was like, how are you going to cry? This is how you can't cry. How are you going to manage doing that? Because in your work. I was like, I'll do it. I prayed, I slept, I woke up, I read the script. Going and coming back. I was like, you have to understand that you're doing this time around, you're doing it. I went to the set. I did it. I cried. I was surprised as well. I cried. I got into my head. I was like, this is it. I'm not at home. I'm not somewhere else. I'm in this life that I'm acting in. I'm this person and I'm living this. I'm stressed out like this person already. That's how it came.
Wow. I also feel like learning from different directors and working with different directors, how was it, how did it contribute to your, because I do believe that actors learn from directors and directors learn from actors.
Really? I didn't know
Very
that
much.
directors learn from
Very much.
Wow,
like when I was working on my film, lots of things I used to tell my actress, shout out to her, Marine, I used to tell her, look, yes, I created this character, but you are going to be the one who's going to embody her. You are going to bring her to life. So I want you to feel her, because she is you, a part of you somehow. So I want you to feel her and her presence in every single thing. I want you to tell me, what is she feeling in that moment? And actually lots of changes in the script happened when we were doing this. When we were sitting, and this is the actual character right in front of me, and we are like, what are you feeling, Muna? So that's when lots of things changed. But I feel like for you, working with different directors, how did it sharpen your experience? How did it help you grow as an individual and as an actress?
You just said it. I met this man. Shout out to him as well. Rogers. That's my director. He was like, I was about to act this character of Annabella girl, but in the adoption film that we did in Rwanda. He was like, look at me. What does this girl do in this movie? What's her role? What does she do? I said some things that I could come up with. He was like, no. Did you read the script? I was like, yes. Did you read the script? Yes. Did you read? Let me read it. I read it. And I came back. He was like, what did you read? I told him everything that I wrote. I told him how the character was, and he was like, exactly, do that. Be that girl. That's where I learned to be the character I was about to act. Don't come back to me as you. Come back to me as an Annabella. Be that character. I don't want to, when we're on set, I don't want to see you. I don't want to see this. I want to see your character.
Interesting.
That's how I got into my characters. I could always, when I'm entering the workplace, I'm a trust person. I don't even have a map. I don't have nobody. I'm that person.
Yeah.
That's how I survive.
Her. Hear that? Hear that? So, do you feel like you're gonna continue with acting, or do you want to explore other things in filmmaking?
I feel like I'll want to explore sometime if I get time. Because for now,
What do you feel like exploring?
I don't know why.
Actually, by the way, lots of directors who actually were actors first.
Really? Do you know I like being a director? It's like whenever you see people doing wrong things, I'm like, I feel like I can act.
Yeah, the director urge to.
Why
just be
can't
like,
we do it this way? I'm a director. I will be one of them.
Yeah, her. Please let us know to watch your first director film. I think it would be very amazing. Actually, lots the directors who were originally actors, they make wonders. You know why? Because lots of times they learn how to be directed in a proper way. Because lots of times directors just go act sad.
Have you ever fought with a director when you were in that?
Sometimes. But usually I feel like I'm more of let's have a conversation type of boy.
That's right.
Okay.
You're going against him.
Yeah, that is true.
That's where I learned. He was like, you can become an adult because how do you impose it? How do you advise people what to do, what to change, what to do? I'm like, I think this is much better. Don't you love what we're doing? Don't you love this project? Don't you want it to be successful? Let's add this. He could see how
insisting.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he's like, okay, that's nice. But again, I have to do this because this and this and this. I don't understand. But again, I'm like, I became this actor who fights for the project.
Yeah,
As if it's mine.
By the way, always, because actors are, I think that they are the most people in touch with the characters after the director. You know, I feel like other people on set, they have to have this emotional attachment to it. But their job is not about bringing this character to life as much as the actor. You know? So I feel like it makes very much sense that you are also always trying to do what's best for the character because you are her.
Here in Rwanda, some of the characters doesn't understand that. They're actually like, I would do what you say. But us, me and my friends who are actors, I'm sorry, we're always like, they taught us to love acting. We love what we do. We love everything about acting, everything about movies, everything related to filmmaking. It's our life. I can't see you doing nothing at all and stay quiet.
Yeah.
And people think that we're ahead of them, we're acting up because
that's
we're
literally
becoming famous and stuff, yes. But one day a director told me that even the continuity that these earrings that you're wearing and then tomorrow you have to do a scene where you completely the same person as you were yesterday. It's not about the fashionista who not the designer who makes the things you wear and everything. You have to remember what you wore yesterday. That's your job as well. That's where I learned that. I was like, if I can keep in mind what I wore and I'm not the designer, even the project, I'm concerned as much as the owner is concerned. Yeah, that's why I think I'll become a producer one day and a director and filmmaker.
We love to see it. We love to see it. I would love to see
Being
that.
an actor is not enough for you guys. You cannot just act.
Yeah, and I think when you go through the experience, you become better at directing. When you become an actress, you become a better director, and when you are a better director, you could immediately be a better actress also. You know?
It does come from understanding everything about filmmaking.
Exactly, definitely, and being in different positions.
They want to know.
Yeah.
At what time I should come? Yes. At what time I should leave? That's all. I would want to know when is the trailer coming out. What scenes did you decide to put in the trailer? Why are these the shots you chose to use? I want to know everything about the project.
details.
Yeah. I'm like interested in every work we're doing. Is the sound okay?
That's the love.
I look okay.
The dedication.
I know. I got to love this thing.
Yeah, I can see it. It's very radiant, you know?
Oh my god.
It's so vibrant. Your love and your passion for acting. I love it as well too, right? Girl.
Very good.
You know? Before we wrap this up, because I do know that there are so many other actresses and actors who are aspiring to be where you are now and who are looking up for you. And they just want to know what they could do. What are the things that you want to tell them that you wish you have been told but you haven't?
I'll tell them that if they're girls especially, they have to believe in themselves. Because I don't believe in myself. Nobody told me that.
Okay.
I learned that myself. I've never seen people pushing me. Go do that, you can. And stuff. Nobody pushing me. Other than my sister. But that person is that person. What do you mean? She will support me anyways. But you need this support that comes from people, your friends and stuff.
Or even people who are strangers.
Exactly, they can push you at some point. But girls, please do have some faith in you. Believe that you can do something better, much better. And have confidence. Self-confidence matters everywhere.
Definitely.
But I think when you get to... I think this... I cannot tell that much. Man, if you're an actress or you want to become one, just go as a learner. Go learn. Go learn. Go as someone who's going to learn. Someone who doesn't know anything, who wants to know more, who wants to learn much from filmmaking. Because if you are going to impress people by acting only, I don't think they'll be impressed. That's what you're going to complain. Why didn't you give me this? Girl, why didn't you give me the script which is huge and stuff? You want to really show off yourself, you want to learn. You want to know nothing. But if you're going as a learner, you're not for you.
Yeah.
It was a good conversation.
I'm so glad that you enjoyed. We hope you enjoyed too.
I
Please let us know in the
yeah.
comments. Please, we just want you to be a part of this conversation too. You are a part of, we're trying to break the fourth wall here. So you better respond,
Yeah.
So thank you so much, Devine, for your time and for being this inspiring person that you are. Girl, you are. Hello. I mean, it's your face that's showing all over the billboards of Kigali. Girl. So you go. I am so happy that we had this conversation. Thank you so much for your time. You are so inspiring, and I'm very looking forward to see all of your new stuff and your first film as a director. Amen to that.
Let's catch up next time and present it to you whatever.
I would love to. Please tell us also in the comments.
Guys,
Should we do that? We would.
I loved it here.
I loved it too.
Yeah, it's so comfortable.
I'm so
I'm
happy.
like,
That's what you
it feels like I'm not being interviewed.
Hey, that's the point. We're just having a conversation.
So like,
I am so happy.
I'm having a conversation with a girl.
Her. That's what the girls